Good morning, guys. Morning, 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 morning. All the guys on Facebook, thanks for joining. It's good to be with you. Is everybody able to hear me clearly? Can everybody see me? Please let me know. All our guys that are streaming in from not from Facebook, sorry, from YouTube. Thanks for joining me here this morning. It's so good to be with you. As always, it's good to be with you guys. Always, it's good to be with you. Good morning, good morning. Morning, everybody. Thank you very much. Are you guys ready to go? I'm ready to go, man. I'm ready to. How was Friday? How was Friday? Mike, how was Friday? Oh, absolutely, absolutely splendid. Laik, I don't need to use you for the intro here this morning, my friend. We did very well. Jethro, you should have taken a side and you should have come to the light, my friend. Where is Kimmy and Teresa and where is Cheryl? Because Cheryl was laughing quite profusely on Friday, so it's going to be interesting. All right, so guys, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get started very nicely on this Monday morning. But let's just quickly deal with these notes, guys. It's for the purposes of legalities and making sure that everybody that does view the trading room know where we do stand as a broker, and myself as well. We are licensed FSP. We are licensed over-the-counter derivatives provider. I am a registered representative under supervision that authorizes me to give advice. It's part of the FACE Act and proper. We also remember I'm from trading support. So if you need assistance, we give guidance, analysis, etc. And if you need assistance, we are on live chat as well. You can just literally come onto our platform, that's the website, and then ask for trading support. And we are there to assist myself, Roger, and Jean. So please don't be shy if you need any more assistance apart from this platform here. All right, this is for trading purposes. This is more practical. So it's different to the kind of what the guys need. From a telephone call to an email to a text message or WhatsApp. So there's different platforms that we assist clients with. All right. And then lastly on this slide, Mondays to Fridays, withdrawals 1,500 hours, and Saturdays at 9 a.m. And then obviously to the guys that are here, all my regular guys, you guys know who I am. The rest that's joining me for the first time, you are most welcome. Firstly, my name's Ashley Reeve. And I'll be a facilitator. Guys, I will be with you today. I'll be with you tomorrow. And then obviously Roger will be with you then for his 5 consecutive days. That's from Wednesday up until next week. Okay. And then lastly here, your phases. You guys know we are not shy. I don't hesitate on this. I keep drilling this into the minds of all of my guys. Everyone that I speak to, they know that the movement, the breakout, and the accumulation phase is there. And guys, can I just say this to you? I've seen many guys out there say the following. They say that the market structure, and I want you to hear me very carefully with this now, all right? The market structure is an uptrend, a downtrend, and a sideways trend. An uptrend, a downtrend, and a sideways trend. I want you to hear me very carefully now. Market movement versus market structure. That's different. Yes, like that's different. Market structure versus market movement. The market moves in an uptrend, a downtrend, and it moves sideways. But how it is structured is that every movement sideways has a breakout zone. Do you see the detail in the concept there? The movement is sideways. In that movement, there's a structure that you must respect. Breakout. Does that make sense, everybody? Is everybody 100% clear there? I'm going to say it one more time just before we continue. All right? Just before we continue. All right? You're going to have a downtrend. Inside of that specific downtrend, there are certain cycles that happen. Now, that's that structure I was referring to. You get your 3 to 5. So 3 to 5 cycles. So it will go up, or sorry, come down, and it will go up, and it will create a cycle 1. Come down, cycle 2. That's the structure in the movement. Is everybody clear with that? Palesa, does it make sense? Kofila, does that make sense? It is the structure inside the movement that is going to assist you a great big deal to get entries and exits. All right. Brilliant, 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 brilliant. Exactly, Laik. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Not for the first one there, you know, not the first one, the second one, like. All right, so I'm ready to push. I'm ready to go. It's 9:36, guys. Let me just start by saying that we did very well last week. All right, we did very well. We started off strong. We had a very accurate NFP prediction. Brilliant, brilliant. And guys, if you look at the actual NFP, the jobs was good. The jobs was good. Are we together? It was better than expected. Over 260,000 jobs. But what brought it down? The unemployment. The unemployment percentage there was the reason why we pushed down completely. And that was brilliant. Is everybody with me? Everybody with me with that? So any comments on that? Any comments? Any comments? Please let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Any comments? I see Clinton. All good, all good, all good. All right. Any comments on that, guys? Any comments on that? Please just let me know real quickly, because we're going to push on. We're going to get into what is expected for this week. We have a couple of stuff coming out. I'm just getting myself geared here, because then we're going to go into some technicals. And guys, it's a quiet day today, obviously. You guys know Mondays and Fridays particularly. Obviously, we know Friday was different. It was NFP, but on another Friday, you're going to find it's slow. It's really not moving much. And most of the time on a Monday it is. All right, we have some high impact data coming out. That is from Wednesday, actually from tomorrow. Midterms is coming out. You guys know midterms is elections in the US, when every president, midpoint of their time as president gets scrutinized. They, you know, questions, they look at what they've done, etc., which is politically correct and economically suitable. All right, so let's quickly come to the brilliance of analysis, the brilliance of what we did. Yes. And if you were, let's just see who's going to be honest this morning here. Who's going to be honest this morning? Who went for dollar strength? Who went for dollar strength? I think let's just, I know there was about 11 guys that came to the light, so I'm not going to name them. I know they came to the light. But let's see who are the guys that stayed on dollar strength. I'm going to salute you this morning. And I'm going to say that I'm very happy and pleased and proud that you did your ground. Even although it went the other way, and it went to the guys that's in the light. And that's just me teasing on a Monday. You know, it's nice and cold, you know, rain and so on. So I'm feeling very teasy here this morning. Kimmy, did you see that gold price push up? Any? What did we say before we left? We said, watch the gold chart 1 hour. Gold chart 1 hour. I haven't seen anything from Jethro yet. You know, Jeff, I'm trying to remember, like the guy that likes the flats. I'm trying to see here. Jeff, quickly tell me who was on dollar strength. Let me quickly see there. Who was on dollar strength? Kimmy was strength. Oh, but you switched. Yes, you came to the light. Who stayed with the strength? I thought, okay, you know, we'll just say okay there to Jet. You know, he likes them flat stuff, you know. All right, tell me quickly who was on strong dollar. Quickly let us know. Don't worry. We want to make sure that we understand why we're asking. All right, we want to make everybody aware of why we are asking the question. We're not just asking it to tease. This is a lesson for everybody. All right, the Bone Collector, Pietro, Adeline, beautiful. Thank you very much. Oleseni, beautiful. So guys, let's first give them a round of applause though, because you see, there's guys that that changed, not the guys that from the 11 that came to the light. I'm talking about in another circumstance. There's guys that changed 3, 4, 5 times. Are we together? So we can give them a round of applause because they stuck it out, even though that's what they thought. Together, guys. Now, with the guys that shifted over, it was just a matter of analyzing, and they saw, okay, you know what? Maybe I saw something that I didn't see, and so now I'm a little bit more convinced. There's nothing wrong with that. Does it make sense? It's a difference if you're changing 3, 4, 5 times and then you're wrong still. Then you know there's some big problem. Does it make sense? All right. So the lesson that I want us to take out of this is the following, and I want everybody, please, just to write this down for me. The lesson that we're going to take out of this morning, I want you really just to write this down. All right. You have to, number one, find a systematic way of identifying the long term. When I say long term, you guys know I mean momentum timeframes now. All right. And so you have to find a systematic way of identifying the long-term movement versus the now or short-term. You have to have a systematic way of doing that. You have to, because many guys are going to say to you, what do you think the dollar will do? They will give you an overall picture and say to you, I think the dollar is going to go up. Okay, why? Why? Does that make sense? Not just, I think it's going to go up, or you know what? To go up, or no. Money doesn't work with feelings. Are we together? Tell us why. Now, Friday, Henny, Laik, Kimmy, Jeff, guys, we detailed down why we think the dollar is going to weaken. Is everybody clear there? We looked at the technicals, all right? We looked at the fundamentals. We detailed down why we think, but we put support behind it. That's the difference. Are we together? So whether you chose dollar strength or dollar weakness, it doesn't matter. But number one, you have to find a systematic way of identifying the overall movement versus the short or the now movement, short term or now movement. Because the now movement, the Euro JPY disappointed us. Euro JPY disappointed us. Did you guys see that? It moved against us. That was a now movement that was risky. So write this down. The now movement is more risky. The overall movement is more conservative. I'm not taking the risk out of it. There's still risk in being a conservative trader. Does it make sense, everybody? So the now movement has a higher risk because you are trading hour frames, 15-minute frames, 6-minute frames, 3, 4, 2-minute frames. Does it make sense? But the higher time frames is it's more conservative based. It's more conservative. Is everybody clear there? All right. So those are the two important things there that I want you to take out as lessons. Now, the systematic approach, we are speaking or talking about the technicals. And that goes down from breaking it from a monthly. You must be able to, Jeff, Mr. W, V, you must be able, Kimmy, to break it down from a monthly all the way to a minute. I want you to hear me clearly. You must be able to, from a monthly, break it down systematically to a minute. Why? So you can identify yourself and where you are. Because no trader, I repeat, as always, no trader has the same schedule. If you try to trade my schedule, you might blow your account. Does that make sense, everybody? Is everybody with me there? If I trade your schedule, I might miss my entry. So please understand that from the get-go. Don't let anyone trick you into thinking there's a 15-minute strategy that's going to apply for everyone. It's hogwash. All right. So let us now get into this Monday with that in mind. We are systematically approaching this specific market that will help us get our entries in for our schedule. That's the basis that we're going to work from this morning. All right. So here we have the dollar. We can see it was a good NFP result. I'll be doing a video later on just to chat a little bit about that. Are we together? But what you will also hear is that there should still be a bit of dollar strength here. All right. Now, that's the analysis based on what we spoke about last week. That wick is not covered yet. That you guys know that wick is unfinished business. Mr. W, that is unfinished business there. So we are looking at an unfinished business still to be balanced out. Now, guys, do you remember when I said to you or asked you, what does it mean for unfinished business to be taken care of technically on this chart? What do I mean by that? Because we have guys that are going to watch this session. There are guys that are that are tuning in right now that maybe forgot, didn't write it down, don't remember. So do you guys remember when I say unfinished business, it needs to be balanced? What do I mean by that technically on the chart? Unfinished business needs to be balanced. The spikes price needs to go back there. Yes, give me some more detail there. Laik, Palesa, give me more detail. Remember, we're obsessed with the detail. Strength still to weaken. Okay, what else? Give me detail. Good morning, good morning, good morning. What else? Anyone? Guys, anyone? Hi, Vedna. Vedna, every morning. Price needs to retrace and cover the spike, meaning that when price spikes, it needs to go back to the area. Give me some more detail. Give me actual detail. Mike, Pales, give me some more detail. All right. Okay. All right. It's Monday morning. It's the weather. Okay. I'll excuse it. Are we together? The candle needs to cover the spike. That's the detail you're looking for. It's so simple that you need someone to confuse you. Does it make sense, everybody? It's so simple, but it's so powerful. The candle is the balancing body that covers the spike, that gives you the sentiment, the indication that price is possibly now done with that specific area. Guys, remember, it did it with gold. Henny, you saw the spike. What did we say? We aimed at the spike and we said, let's look at gold, go to that spike. It went past the spike. Does that make sense, everybody? All right. We was asking, sorry, what do you mean the candle needs to cover the spike? Well, simply put, look at that spike over there. Look at that spike over there. So a candle body or bodies to cover the spike. So it's not sticking out like a sore thumb. Are we together? That's the detail that you're looking for. Remember, some guys will say, I think the dollar is still going to go up. Okay, but give me detail. No, I think maybe tomorrow. No, sorry, tomorrow. When tomorrow? No, maybe around 12, maybe 1. Okay, how do you know? Does it remember? It's speculation. It's not that you're wrong. We ask why. We're asking you how. Does that make sense? So a body that closes or moves and covers a spike is a possible area for a possible bounce. And listen to my words. I use them carefully. Possible, because what does price do? Let's boast a little bit here this morning. What must price do before it bounces? Let the new guys see that we are doing something here. We're not just messing around here. All right. What must price do before we get a bounce? What must price do before we get a bounce? In fact, what is a bounce? What is a bounce? Does that make sense, everybody? What constitutes a bounce? Or what does a bounce entail? Show exhaustion, find support, retrace. Anyone else? Give me some more. Accumulate, Clive, give me some more. I told you there's a song like that. Go check it out. Busta Rhymes, give me some more. Give me some more. It's a break in price. So when price accumulates, what is it busy doing? Ash, why are you asking these questions on a Monday? Well, first of all, it's a bit slow. We have some time. Second of all, this is important stuff because it helps you understand the price structure and the price movement. Don't forget it now. So a bounce has everything to do with the market structure. Are we together? In the accumulation movement. Is everybody with me there? It's accumulating. And it's accumulating data. What is the data? The candles. The candles is the information. So if you don't know how to read, all right, not words, candles. All right, you got to learn the language of the candles because that's all we did on Friday. Is everybody clear with that? That's all we did on Friday. We read the language of the candles. Everybody clear with that? So we're still seeing a bit of downside here If I go to my daily frame, let's just go and check out. Let's just go check all these levels here, guys. Remember, we're only dealing with the dollar index right now, all right? Dollar index. You can see that this is the monthly pivot points. From there to there, there's October, there's November. You can see we are still bearish. And just so you do know, Henny, Mike, Pales, Clive, I'm calling names now, Marius, Jeff, we analyzed, we're seeing this become a lower high. We analyzed and we said, guys, this is a lower high, and we gave detail. I went and I told you guys about what's been happening here. From this is November, there's October, there's September. I told you the peak was not broken there. We came up and I left zones for you specifically to come back, Mr. W, to say that we analyzed and we said, if price breaks this zone here, all right, then we see the upside to where, Ash, between 117 and 119. You can clearly see it did not break. It resisted, it came back, and then it did not go above 112. So at this moment in time, we are still short-term now bearish. But overall, we are more bullish. Everybody clear there? Now, on the fundamental side, we have the midterms coming out. That's tomorrow, the elections. We also have an inflationary report or inflation report that's coming out on Thursday, called CPI, year on year, month on month. Remember, guys, there was some statements about interest rates. Jerome Powell said we might even be going well over 5% interests. Is everybody with me there? Which means we need possibly an additional 75 basis points to get there. We'll, if we do raise it by 75 basis points in December, the interest rate then will stand at 4.75. Is everybody clear there? There's 0.75%. Is everybody clear there? Imagine interest rates went up by 3%. Jeff? Yes, it would be crazy. You imagine the US went up by 5%, Kim. Just imagine that. It's every accountant's nightmare. Yeah. So 75 basis points. Are we together? By December, possibly. Are we together? Because they're trying to curb inflation. Obviously, Thursday here, we will find out, all right, what is really happening, especially with that report coming out, because that does give it does give us some form of direction. And then Friday, you can see we have the pound again. Some of the guys were chatting about the pound on Friday and on Thursday with me, and they said the pound is unstable. Please correct me if I'm wrong. If EJ is on, EJ was one of them. I can't remember who else or did mention that the pound is under a lot of pressure. It is, and I did mention to you, we are waiting for it to obviously make a couple of moves that gives us a better indication of what's happening. Are we together? But you can see GDP there, and we also have manufacturing for the pound coming out. But I've taught you guys that you got to look at least 2 or 3 sites there if you really want to be concrete in your fundamentals. So don't only look at one. Go to Forex Factory as well. You can go to Daily FX as well. The reason why I'm giving you these things is so you can become more resourceful. Is everybody clear? Are we together? It's a point, Vuyo. I want you to do a bit more research as well, all right? So it's a point in which an interest rate moves up, like a PIP, for example. A PIP. So for example, let's say you take 1%. From what we are looking at, how it is structured financially, all right? They move either in a 25 basis point way, or a 50 basis point, or a 75, or a whole percent as an example. It's cut up into 4 quarters, 8%. So interest rates in this specific case is cut up into 4 pieces. Each piece is a quarter. So 25 basis points, all right? That's a 1/4%. And these points go up, or these interest rates go up by these quarters. All right, do a bit more research, etc., etc. All right, I just wanted to give you a nice overview. All right. So guys, can I conclude here now that you got to look, all right, at a few sites, Palesa, if you want to be sound and concrete. I was speaking to someone now, actually, just before we started. Let's be sound in our judgment. Let's be sound in our analysis. I'm not saying you're going to be 100%. But a 75% is better than a 35. Is everybody clear? 80% is better than a 45. So let's try to be as sound as we can in our analysis. Everybody clear with that? So go to Forex Factory. You can use Daily FX. You can use MoneyWeb. Guys, there is so much. There's so much out there. Those are just a few. All right. I'm seeing there Uncle Sean sell on GBP Cat on Friday made me some nice profit. Let's give Uncle Sean a round of applause there. It's back to the entry. We believe it came out again. We sent out that signal again. Still see some downside. We'll go check it out. Jeff, yes, but I wish I pulled out the spike sooner. Hey, Jeff. Hey, messed with your head, right? Messed with your head. Are you guys ready to move? I'm ready to push now. All right, so let's go and check out these indices. Remember, it's Monday, a little bit slower. Let's go and look, and we always move in a systematic way. You guys know that, right? Systematic. Here's the NASDAQ first. All right. AUDJPY, we're going to go and check it out now. All right. Not jumping the gun at all. Just remind me the moment I come back on, Laik, when I'm done with these, I'm just going to ask you for that again. All right. Yeah, you just give the levels. Beautiful. All right, so let's start off. Here's the NASDAQ, ladies and gentlemen. We had, some zones that we had looked at, and we said this is a possible area for it to bounce from. And there it is right there, 10,689. That was our bounce. When we say bounce, remember, found support, accumulation. Look at the accumulation here, data. Is everybody with me here, guys? Remember 2:30. Let's look for that specific area there. There we go. This is the NFP. That was the NFP right there. Is everybody clear? Now, what is sticking out here? Look at those wicks. Be very careful right now if you just want to look right here. All right? Be very careful. Can I also say this? You guys remember with the interest rate last week, Wednesday? What did we say on Friday? The guys are going to try and make up for what they've lost on Wednesday, isn't it? So, Jet, you remember that spikes kick guys out on Wednesday, right? And what do we say? Friday, guys are going to want to see, that's just the mind. We just judged how are people going to think. Does that make sense? All right. Dollar strengthened immediately. Yeah, it did. I saw that, that specific movement up. And then after that, I don't know how you say it. Maybe you say tickets was gegee. I don't know if that's the right way to say it. Tickets gekry. I mean, guys can correct me if I'm wrong there, but so please be careful with this one right now. The reason why I'm saying we must be careful is because you can see that this area here is not violated here. You can see that 10,993 is not violated. We haven't even gotten close there. Are we together? So why would we want to get into a trade that's not given us any, that has not given us any clarification as to this along? Now, here's the thing. V, can you get into this trade now? Yes or no? Kimi, can you get into this trade? Henny, Laik, Clive, Palace? Yes, you can. Of course you can. It's your money. But what is the question? The question is it ideal? That's the question. You can get in any way you want. Are we together, everybody? You can buy and sell right now. Just click on new order, put on your 5 standard lots, and there you go, Bob's your uncle. But the question is it ideal to get in now? And we can see the data is showing us it is not. Why is it not, guys? 10,993 needs to be violated first. There's a spike there, but it does not mean that we are going to go up until there. Now, can someone please tell me why I'm saying that it does not mean that we're going to go up there? Who can shed some light on these 3 indices that I've been saying for months now? For months. EJ, we're gonna get to that. That answer is actually embedded in my question. I've been saying this for months now. Who can remember? I've been saying this right now. All right, these indices, what has been happening for actually, guys, even last year, 2021, I've been saying the same thing. Today might be flat, yes, but what is the overall momentum here? The overall momentum. Talk to me. What is the overall momentum here? Who can remember? I've said this months, for months now. All right, I'm seeing down. Anyone else? Bearish? Okay, let me ask the question. Hold on. Let's go to the monthly. Are you sure it's bearish? Are you sure it's bearish? Are you sure it's bearish? 100% sure. Ha! Guys, can we please give EJ a round of applause there? No. Let's give EJ a round of applause. It's the right way to say it for understanding purposes. It is trending down at the moment, but we are not bearish yet. Are we, everybody? No. Remember cycles now. Let's go to the market structure. Palesa, Tabo, now our market movement versus market structure comes in. This is a down trending market, but the structure is not violated yet. It must violate this zone here. Does it make sense, everybody? That is, now remember, from an annual perspective, 2022, 2021, 2020. So if it violates 2020, 10353, aha, different story. Does it make sense? Right now, we're just trending down. This is the movement. So the movement at this moment in time is bearish. It's been like this for over 6-7 months. I've said that to you. Even in June, July, I actually detailed down the 6-month movement of the S&P, the 6-month movement of the NASDAQ, the 6-month movement of the US 30. So we compared them and we said all three of them are basically trending down right now from that specific high there. That is it. All right. This is making it difficult to determine the direction of the day or even the week. Not actually, it's still down. Look at the daily. We are at the support. If, for example, a 12-hour here now, if a 12-hour closes beneath here, 10,689. Look at this. 10,689. Look at that. 10,353. That is 2020 support. So to determine a possible sell for today is not necessarily difficult. I agree if you are looking at the premise of direction, yes, but when you find the data on the shorter time frames, that's brilliant. And this is the data. Right now, 12 hours, you can see it, guys. Look at the 8-hour, look at the rejection there. Now, guys, why is the rejection good here? The trading room is not only for looking at opportunities, guys, it's for imparting technique. Isn't it so, guys? Helping you find the detail. All right. So why is this rejection good? Because some people don't like rejection. Can't stand it. Am I right? But why is this rejection? Why is this good? Why 10-3 over there? 2020. Mike. Broke out. Broke out. Resistance. Broke out. Resistance. All right. Guys, why is that rejection good? Even if you go to the weekly. Yes. Yes. Okay. Here's another reason. Here's another reason. The more rejection at the support, when it does break, it's a stronger signal of the downside. Please make a note of that. The more wicks you see at a support, the more wicks you see at a resistance. All right? When you see spikes there, when it is broken on the momentum time frames, it's a stronger signal of direction now. It's a stronger signal because it rejected before, but now it's breaking. Does that make sense? It's so simple, actually. Like, there is such a simple concept, but it becomes complex in, if someone doesn't explain it correctly. Oh, let me go further, Kimi. If the guy just doesn't know what he's talking about. Everybody with me there, guys? Very politely so and respectfully mentioned. All right? You cannot explain something you don't understand. Is everybody with me? If you don't understand it, how do you explain it? You must understand it first before you can detail it down to someone. If you don't understand it, how are you going to explain it? Because you're going to get questions about it. And when someone asks you questions, like he said it just now, Ask the questions. Watch how the guys fold. Like they have Marmite in their mouths. Does it make sense, everybody? Everybody with me there? So let's conclude. NASDAQ, we are at that support. Let's not buy it right now. Let's wait first. Let's wait. Let's be patient. All right, S&P 500 here. S&P 500. Same story from a monthly perspective, ladies and gentlemen. Drew that channel. Look at that channel. We're still in there. Now, guys, 5 million Rand. If you have 5 million Rand in your account, would you buy here now? All right, Kimi says no. Who else? If you had 5 million in your balance, would you buy right now? It's Monday. We want to try and shake the brains a little bit, yeah? No. Clive says no, right? Jen says no. Okay, so all the guys that say no, why wouldn't you buy? You have 5 million. You get different lot sizes. Why wouldn't you buy? I'm just asking. Why would you not buy? All right, going to stick in the channel. The important question for your buy or sell would be, what is your schedule? With me. That's the question. If someone says to you, buy the S&P. Okay, but if you listen to my schedule, I'm not available during the day, morning, afternoon. I only get home at 8 p.m. Why would I want to buy it like right now? Does it make sense, everybody? Are we together? So the question is, what is my schedule before I buy or sell? If you plan to hold this thing for 3-4 months, I understand. If you want to trade 100 pips, 200 pips, I understand, but you got to know the schedule of the individual. Does that make sense, everybody? This is a pullback. This is a very big retracement. It's large. Is everybody clear? Everybody clear? But I want to conclude on this and say this to you. This is nothing compared to this run over here. Can you guys see this run here? That's a very big thrust up. So this is a lot of candles that's doing this. Like a spring. Can you guys see that? It's like a spring coming together. So we're waiting for a breakout to the upside. Does that make sense? It's not happening right now, but this is candles. And I told you about this before. When the candles start doing this, be very alert. Henny, does it make sense? Everybody clear? All right. Let's move. Let's go to Dow Jones. That's the monthly. All right, Tabu, we're just looking at the movement. All right. We're just looking at the direction. Dow Jones, monthly perspective. Same story. This one bounced up nicely, but we are still in a downtrend here, or trending down, as EJ would say. All right, so we're trending down, and look how they are actually bunching together once again. They bunching together once again. Is everybody clear? Versus here. And I hope you guys are writing down this very important point here. All right. When it's relaxed like this, there's a difference. And when it bunches together like this, there's a difference. Is everybody clear here? When it's relaxed, there's more liquidity there. Is everybody clear? Because it's smoother. Is everybody clear? So when it starts moving, expanding like this, it means there's money that's pushing it in a specific direction. Is everybody with? When it starts doing this, it means people are taking profits. Fundamentals is high. Does it make sense? So now it becomes volatile because it's bunching, goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down, and it's beginning to bunch. Sense. You have abnormal movement. Is everybody clear? So it bunches together. Please do not forget these things. Everybody clear? All right. I think I asked if someone can maybe, see how many times I asked Palesa, is it clear in a session? I wonder if I'll be able, to go like maybe 20, probably ask like 50 times. Is it clear? All right. All right. Hold on. Book to take notes. Okay, that's good. That's good. You don't know what's happening with yours? You got to be more specific. Anything could be happening. Could be traveling to China. It could be anything there, Angel. You got to let us know. All right. Give us some more details so we can help. All right. Let's go to Brent. EJ, look at this, my good friend. Look at this. Now, what's very important about this specific area here, can you see this? We didn't even reach 98. Now, if I go to a 12-hour, if I do this, let's see if it matches up. It does. Look how it matches up here. Look at that. Right there. It matches up right there. Can you guys see that? So we need that zone to be broken there. Because if it breaks, can it reject? Yes, of course, because it's done it before. But it's a better area to find along. Is everybody clear? So Brent, we can have a look at it later on, all right, Angel? All right. Where is Heinrich? Heinrich also came on the last time. You have to speak to Heinrich. All right, WTI similar, my good people. Let's go and find where it is. Let's go and find. Oh, look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Stunning. Henny, I mean, that's stunning, man. Isn't it so? Is everybody with me here? Guys, also, can you please just write this down as a mind adjustment? I said to you, trading is 85 psychological. Write this down as an adjustment to the mind. Learn how to find the entry. Does it make sense? You got to go and find it. So finding it would mean exactly what I did. I looked at the resistance and I explained the pivot points to you. And you can see this pivot point here, 2022, that is at August. Are we together? That's at August. You got to go and find the entry. We would not enter the long now. Guys will look at this and they will long here. Is there any agreement here? These guys will look at this. They'll say, no, I'm going to long. I'm going to buy now. Be very careful. All right. Uncle Sean won't. Well, you know, there's exceptions. At least the guys in the trading room, you guys are my exceptions. But how many of the thousands of other traders out there will go in long it? See, you guys are trained. Does it make sense, everybody? You guys can see it with your eye. You can see, no. It hit a pivot point. I'm not getting in there now. Yes. But the thousands out there that does not know, they'll buy. Just because of this. Now watch it. Look at the daily. Oh, no, beautiful. Breakout. Breakout, I'm buying. Clive, are you going to buy here? Mr. W, are you going to buy here? Together. Mike, are you going to buy here? Henny, V, Kimmy, will you buy here? Palesa, Jeff? So at this point in time, we leave everybody clear. Everybody clear. All right. Can I also give you this? I don't know if you guys like baseball. I don't know if you like baseball. I don't. But I do like something about it, Henny. Yes. You know that big glove? Yeah. Now, what makes it easier for that catcher? It's the glove. That ball is very hard. Does it make sense? Is everybody with me? Everybody? So I want you to treat price as such. You're waiting for price to come to you. Coming to you will sometimes mean it needs to break above the resistance. Is everybody clear? It's just to adjust the mind. So it's easier for you to catch the price. Is everybody with me there? When it breaks past a pivot point, whether it's up or whether it's down, it's easier to catch the entry. That's what I'm trying to say. It's easier that way with the mitten. You can take it off. I think it's called a mitten. You guys will, I don't know, maybe I'm incorrect. Are we together? The glove, whatever. But you can't catch the ball without it. I know us cricket players, us cricket players, we don't have any gloves. It's a baseball mitt. Thank you, Kimmy. Are we together? We caught that ball, that red ball, without any gloves. Are we together? It's hard. Everybody with me there? So you can trade without technique. Just get ready. Siranda. I don't know how you say that in Zulu. I would have said it in Zulu. You can trade without technique. You can trade with frustration. You can trade with a bad attitude, as an example. I don't get this, Ash. This doesn't make, that's the bad attitude. I don't get this. I don't get this. That's the bad attitude. Are we together, guys? All right. Let's go to our dollar pairs now. Dollar pairs. USD JPY. USD JPY. Who can see something here? Who can see something powerful here? Your hand will sting, EJ. Who can see something powerful here? Who wants to point it out? Who wants to point it out? Real quick. There we go. The wick. Here's the wick. We'll go to gold now, all right? We'll go to gold now. Let's see if we can find it. 145. Oh, look at the beauty there. Look at the beauty there. Mr. W. Clive, do you see it? Palace, look at the beauty there. Lorenzo, yes, I agree. It's difficult when you don't understand. All right. Jethro, I remember last week you nodded. I said something. I said, when you just say price can do anything, you put an excuse out there to sound more confident in what you're saying. Because the truth of the matter is price can do anything. That's the reality. But at least you want the 75 grip on that anything. You want the 80% on that chokehold. Does that make sense? You don't have to have 100%. But at least you should be able to tell someone, listen, this is what I think based on A, B, C, D, E, F. If it doesn't do that, you will learn a lesson. Does it make sense, everybody? So in this specific case, we are spot on here with this pivot point. Can you see that? Right on the high. You got to train the eyes. You have to train your eyes. Are we together? Too many people train their ears. I heard everybody talk about support. Yeah, support. You heard them. Did you? Have you seen it with your own eyes? Does that make sense? So at this point, USD JPY, guys, I'm telling you, there could still be some dollars weakness here, down to that 145, back to go and correct that specific wicks. Everybody clear? Everybody clear there? All right. So I'm going to leave it just like that. I'm leaving it just like that. All right. Laik, I know you won't mind. We almost there. Let's just do the dollar pairs. Then we jump straight to AUD JPY. Right, my friend? All right. So GBP USD is next. Let's go check that sucker out. Let's see. I wanted to start with fresh charts here this week. All right. Because that was 2-3 weeks analysis. I'm starting fresh here. All right. GBP USD. GBP USD. Remember, we come from NFP dollar weakness. So we want to see if it is and could possibly continue. Let's look at the monthly first. We are very far away here. Look, we are far away. From there, we are far away. The closest is there. That's the closest, 1.19. But we're not going to trade it to 1.19. All right, there are areas. You can see this is what we've broken. We've broken down there. Can you guys see this? If we go further down, let's see if there's anything. $108, $110. Do you guys see this? Now, if I cut this sucker in half, all right, let's just put I want to put my zone in there. Sorry, guys, there's probably a network there. Just give it just be a little bit patient. That's network. All right. So guys, at this point in time, we've hit that 50% level. All right. We've hit the 50%. We've come all the way down. We've hit the 50%. We've actually closed beneath that 61 area as well. Can you guys see that? Now we've bounced back up. Now, what's very important about this, please, guys, don't think because it's in there, we're going to go all the way up. Does that make sense? In order for us to push above, we need to break this area first. Is everybody clear there? Petro? We got to break there first. So even if it comes and moves up here, it doesn't matter. It's fine. It's come from there. Pales, can you see that? It's come from there. So it's not unknown territory. Kimi, does that make sense? This is not unknown territory. No, if we are looking for a long up, it must break that area. Sorry, guys, this is the network. And, you know, there's a lot of guys coming up, in, out the whole time. It's load shedding. All right, so please just bear with us. All right, so we ultimately would like price to start coming down again. Look at this resistance here. Inside, look at this, right there. You see that zone? We are right there. We need that to be violated first before we do anything. So we leave that just like that. We move on. We move on. There's no need to do anything. Euro USD. Euro USD. We're almost there. It's Monday. All right. From a daily perspective, look at the euro there, increased very nicely. But what's very important about this specific area, you can see that's a high there. We are struggling. The euro is struggling here to move past that area. Can I just say this? The euro USD was not correlating very nicely with the rest of the pairs for the week. Although it showed the dollar weakness here as well on Friday, as an example, the rest of the week it was, are we together? The dollar was coming down in the week, but this one, look at this, the dollar was stronger here. The euro was also under pressure. Is everybody clear? The euro was also under pressure. All right. So at this point, let's wait 99549, and then we take it from there. All right. Everybody clear? Everybody clear there? I'm going to move on. NZD USD. The guys that were in the long here, remember Kimi, or was it Cheryl? What did we say? We're looking for a long to 60. Do you remember that? And look at this. Isn't that just brilliant? Isn't that beautiful? Look at that beautiful movement up there. So we were for the long. We were for the long. We still are for the long. We're still seeing a bit of downside on that dollar to go and balance that wick. Are we together? The only way we're really going to get out of this mindset that this is done, we need to break. If it breaks 580.058, if we close beneath here, then we're like, okay, hold on. Let's just stop our entire analysis here now. Does it make guys? Does it make sense? Cello, let me pause for 14 seconds. Quickly see if everybody's 100% here, and then we push on. Let's quickly see. 14 seconds. Is everybody with me so far? Everybody. I don't want to call names, guys, but you know I'm going to call them. All right, beautiful. I'm seeing it. Beautiful, Uncle Sean. Uncle Sean was flex. He's going to flex. All right. So NZD USD, we leave it as is for now. Still in the long mindset. The Ash is good. Tabi Seng is good. Beautiful. Loving it. All right, let's check out AUD USD. Hold on. Hold on for me, guys. All right. Daily perspective. Let's look at it. Last week, Friday. Beautiful push up here. Problem. There's the problem area. That's a problem area. Everybody clear there? That's a problem area. We are now stuck. Laik also said it last week. Someone asked about the pivot points. We're stuck in this area here. Can you guys see it? We're stuck in that zone there. Ash, what do you mean stuck? Look at that wick. Look at those wicks. Guys, you're not going to find this in any book. You're not going to, what I'm showing, you're not going to find this in a book. Are we together? Everybody with me? You will not find this in a book. What I just showed, we stuck here in this area here. What is that area? The beginning of what month? October. We are stuck in the beginning of October. We need to break the beginning of October there. Is everybody clear? Yes, nothing at this moment. Nothing at this moment here. And I would not throw away dollar weakness. Please, guys, just because it's resisting here. Can I please just, guys, can I please just say this one more time? This does not mean we are selling. Jeff? Hey, like, winner. What do you want? Guys, this here does not mean we're selling. Is everybody clear there? This rejection mean we are selling all of a sudden. Is everybody clear? We need it to move down and give some more follow through for dollar strength. Is everybody clear? Right now, the dollar has weakened, and here's the weakness. One candle against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles. One candle has superseded 5 of them. Does it make sense, everybody? Everybody clear? You know, like, I can't do with him, I can't do without him, but I need him. Everybody clear with what I just mentioned? One candle supersedes 5, Kimmy. Why would we want to sell it right now? Did you guys see how my forehead screams there, Annie? Did you see that when I went, why would we want to sell it? Why would we want to sell now? Wouldn't make sense. All right. So we have USD JPY, GBP. What am I missing here? What am I missing here? Who can tell me what am I missing? But how would we have known that we are not selling if it was not for the confirmation of the last? You've got to ask that question a different way, the CAD, yes. Ask the question a different way. USD CAD. Because candles, if I understand you correctly, candles means nothing if it doesn't violate areas. Can you please write that down, guys? Write that down. You can have 1,000 candles in one area. If it has not violated a key level, it means nothing. It's just candles that's accumulating at a specific range. Write that down. All right, we're almost done here. USD CAD. USD CAD. From a daily perspective, we've come down. As mentioned, we've come down beautifully. I want to make or give a bit more detail here before we push on. We are way below. Ooh, we are below, guys. Let's make sure of it. Let's make sure of it first. Let's make sure of it first. I'm going back. Very close. Let's go back. There. Let's go see. Oof, very close. Very close. Look at this. All right. All of this area is, okay, so Bande, look at this. Palesa also just gave it to you. Look at all these candles here. Now, if we want to go further down to that zone as an example, all these candles mean nothing. Mr. W, it's just candles that's forming a pattern. we needed to break that area. Does that make sense, guys? If it stays on top of that area, we're not going down. So you can sell till you turn blue, like my background. Does it make sense? It can be as blue as my background. Are we together? That light. We're not going anywhere. We need it to break that zone. Then we sell it down. So direction, write this down. Direction is dependent on the violation of key levels. Write that down. Direction is dependent on the violation of key levels. Direction is dependent on the violation of key levels. Direction is dependent on the violation of key levels. Direction is dependent on the violation of key levels. I said that 8 times, I think. Quite a few. One more for the road. Direction is dependent on the violation of key levels. Kimmy, you know it already. It's like, yeah, you know, we tried, you know, Tebs. All right, so here we wait. This looks like some good movement down here. It would be brilliant, but let's wait for it. It's all right, Vuyo, don't panic. All right, as Jacques would always say, I'm going to give you some great tips here in terms of recommendations. Do not put pressure on yourself. It's okay. You're starting out. Any individual that's starting out, do not put pressure on yourself to get everything in one show. Guys, I'm not doing it, so, well, I'm not putting pressure on you, so don't put pressure on yourself. Does that make sense? You're one human being. You have a life. You're doing a lot of stuff. I got 2. My 7-month is crazy right now. He's moving like nobody's business. You can't sit still. Are we together? So I have that to deal with too. Some of my seniors here, their kids are already out of married, and they've got to deal with that too. Does that make sense, everybody? So you have your life. Don't put pressure on yourself, or just be like the rich uncle, you know, like All right. Can we move, guys? Last one, USD Swiss franc. We're still good for time. Don't worry. It's Monday. We got some good time still. All right. Then we'll check out a few other related pairs. We're still good for time. Doing very well this morning here. Yes, don't worry. We'll get to all of them. We'll get to all of them. All right. Here we go. Once again here, look at this. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. This was, guys, can we just give ourselves a round of applause here? We analyzed this thing. This was to the T, man. Really, we analyzed this thing to the T. We said hit that high, rejection, come down here, but we're not going to do anything at the moment. We are still at that support, 99139. This is a bunch of candles that is clustering together. It's a sign of danger. Please write that down, ladies and gentlemen. Please write that down. When you see a cluster, it's a sign of danger. Now, guys, is danger a bad thing? Yes or no? When you see the word danger, is it a bad thing? I want to see the... Uncle Sean says, no, it's good. Anyone else? Depends on your risk appetite. No. Depends on how prepared you are. It's a good thing, bad and good. It depends. All right. Okay. So remember, when you see that, I said put a sign for danger. I'm doing it radically. I'm being extreme about it, right? Why? Because we're perceiving the market emotionally and logically. Does that make sense? So for us, when we say danger, we think, hey, practically, logically, watch out now, not emotionally. Does that make sense, everybody? When we see danger, for us as traders, this is logic now. There's no emotion. Ooh, shame, I'm gonna lose money. It's clustering together. Danger. It's a sign. Let's pay attention. So that's what that is about. All right. Let's pay attention when you see that happen. Yeah. We wait, nothing for us to do here. We push on. All right. Let's go to AUD/JPY. I know that Laik did ask right in the beginning there. Let's push there. And then we're going to go to the others. All right, like just send those levels again. Thank you very much. Let's go and check it out and see what's cooking in your pot over there. What potjie are you making? Is there anyone that likes potjie? Let's see what Laik's cooking there. AUDJPY is around the 94 area. Broke on Thursday, retraced back down to test those 90 and then closed above on a daily. TP. That's what I'm interested in. I just want to know, just give me the TP. You know, I just want to see where you're going. That's all. I just want to see where you're going. 95, 300. All right. So Laik wants to go to 90. Laik, do I have it right there? 95, 300. Yeah. Oh, I said 96. Apologies. I said 96. All right, so you want to go till there. This is a risky trade. This is a risky trade, guys. Laik's nodding, he knows, 62 pips. Are we together? Let's quickly look at the zone here. There was a rejection at this pivot point over here. Guys, this is a risky trade. You guys know, what do I do in here? I give you different areas, give you different options. Does it make sense? Why is it risky? Okay. First and foremost, it's 60 pips. But let us quickly look. Where are we now? Which blocks are we at? We're in between those two. Laik is saying he believes we're going to move away from these two blocks. We're going to go to that block. That's what he's saying technically. Are we together? Technically, he's saying that's the area that he's analyzing price to go to. And guys, did you notice when I said analyze, I didn't say feel or believe. Are we together? He analyzed it, and his analysis points to 95.30. Is everybody with me? Is everybody with me here? Now, what's very important about this is for the guys to know the following. There's a resistance. Can you guys see that resistance there? Which puts this into perspective as well. Now, Laik, 60 pips. Let's look at the guys that are more conservative. The guys that are conservative might just say, Ash, Laik, you know this, I would rather get this thing after that zone there, even if it's 40 pips as an example. Does that make sense? Everybody clear there? That might be for the guys, and other conservatives may say, I'm not getting involved. Are we together? I'm not getting involved. Is there anyone that would like to join Laik here? Guys, what I can see though, Laik, look at this here. Look at that pivot there as well. So you see there's one, there's two, and there's three areas here that I would note for you, just to watch out for. Okay. I understand what you're saying. Resistance. Can you see that? Resistance, cycle one on this specific hourly time frame. Does it make sense? From that resistance now. Is everybody clear here? This is a cycle one. Everybody with me? Can you see the cycle now? When I put it into perspective like that. V, Kimi, can you see the cycle when I do that? So when I do this, can you see how that resistance, cycle one? Cycle one. All right. So Laik is saying on a shorter time frame, he sees a cycle two panning out. That's the detail of this movement there. That's basically what we're saying here. Laik, am I correct? Okay. All right. So that's correct. So we're seeing a cycle two to 95.30. All right. All right. All right. Hold on. Guys, let's just confirm. You guys want me to do some risk and reward here? Yes, it is. Vuyo, period separators. 100% correct. All right, guys. Anyone that wants to join, page risk and reward. All right. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see what's cracking here. It's also good. It's also nice when there's not too much fundamentals around either. Because then at least technically the charts can also take a bit of form, isn't it so, guys? All right, so always keep that in mind. 57 pips, that's if you get in now. That's if you get in now. Stop loss, that if you round it off is a 1 to 2. We can take it down just a little bit over there, but it's going to be tight, Laik. It's going to be tight, 31 pips. Now, guys, get Laik, if I can, just use this as an example, right? Now, guys, this goes hand in hand with schedule. If Laik is taking, for example, a trade like this, right? You already got in, obviously, but I'm saying, let's just say he did. Let's say he got in right now. This already reveals that he has a bit of extra time that he's using to trade. Does that make sense? He's at home, as an example. He's maybe working from home, maybe, but he's got extra time to go and look at his laptop. Does that make sense? Versus someone that has to be in the field, they don't have access to the laptop. They are not going to look at something like this. Does that make sense, everybody? Everybody clear? Henny, does it make sense there? Jeff, guys, everybody is hundreds, right? And the stop loss, 94.40. Brilliant. It is in today's firing line, just so you know. Remember, my duty is to point out flags. You know, they normally don't like the guys that point out flags. You know, they they don't like them very much, you know, but we have to do it, yeah? So it's in today's firing line. It's in last week Friday's firing line. All right? Firing line means there's candles here. Can you guys see this? But if your stop loss was over here, would have been a totally different story. It's close. That's what I mean. It's close to recent days, like your Friday, like your Thursday. So when I say firing line, I'm referring to recent movement that makes it more dangerous. That's what Michael Jackson said, right, Tabo? Are we together? Everybody with me? Come on, beweeg. I don't know how you say it in Zulu. Tell me how you say it in Zulu. Let's move. All right, Willem, good to see you. Willem, yes, like. Because the guys are coming in and out and up and down. And so I'm seeing you. Beautiful. All right, let's move, guys. Let's move. Are you guys ready? I'm going to the next one. Laik, are you fine? You 100%, right? Sfiso, GBP CAD, we'll look at it now. Let's quickly go to AUD NZD. I know there was an AUD NZD on top. Then I'm going to AUD USD. Then I'll go to the GBP CAD. All right. So let's quickly go to AUD NZD. AUD NZD. Let's look what's happening here. Ooh, very, very, very interesting. We did chat about this. This is analysis now, down to 1.08. On a shorter time frame. $108, hold on, there. Write that down, 1.08225. 1.08225. 1.08225. But breaking the 1.088 level will be great. This is shorter term, 65 pips. This is also another risky trade for the AUD NZD. All right. Can we move? You know what, EJ, you are right. The AUD, did I not do the AUD USD? I did. USD, we did. We set the resistance there. Okay, brilliant. GBP CAD. Let's go to GBP CAD. All right, hold on. Let's go to GBP CAD. I'm seeing the Uncle Sean. Van der, okay, bye. All right, bye. Bye. For a shorter time frame. All right, for a shorter time frame. All right. Yes, we can. Absolutely. Absolutely. Signal was for a sell. Yes, we are still seeing the 1.51 area. This was 1.51. Was it 60? Or 51? Just trying to find that zone quickly. Give me a sec, guys. Just trying to find that area. Roughly around there. There we go. Okay, reached the 61 area. Was it 5117? Yes. 5117. Let me just see if it, yes. Around there. Okay. So it went down to the zone there. Guys, we're still seeing the downside here. It could just resist over here. That's the movement phase down, broke out movement phase, is retracing now. We're seeing it could possibly just resist there and then come back down again. All right. The highest it could retrace possibly is there. Let's watch it. Please, guys, let's watch this. GBP CAD, the highest it could possibly retrace to is roughly around there. All right, so I'm going to put red here for danger. If it goes above that area on just 8, is everybody with me? Everybody with me there? If we close above that zone there on just 8, weg. Everybody with me? But for now, we are still trending down here, all right? Created a low. Remember, comes down, creates a low. Comes down, creates a low. Create a low. All right? I'm seeing the Vuya. Why did I choose that? Look, every time, just look at this resistance here. Price resists, breaks out, comes back to it. Price breaks out, comes back to it. And it's at the start of every pivot point there, meaning the beginning of the month or the week or the day. So if you go to an hour as an example, look at these zones here. Remember, pivot points is the start of a day, the start of a week, the start of a month, and the start of a year. Those are the pivot points. Please write that down, guys. Strong pivot or major areas or major levels is the start of a day, the start of a week, a start of a month, a start of a year. Please write that down. Those are important areas to always go and look at so that you know if you are trading next week, you can look at last week's start. How did last week start? Does it make sense? So if you know how last week started and it violates that, it gives you an indication. All right. So from a stop loss perspective, what's very important about the stop loss, Uncle Sean, I'm not sure if you're familiar with telling the guys about emergency exits. All right. There's a difference between the emergency exits and the stop losses. A stop loss is not something that is going to work for everybody. It's for various reasons. Are we together? There's some guys, for them to wait to hit that zone, hit that stop loss, and then they come back hours later, and then price actually does go in their favor. That is a problem for people. So they want to find a more immediate solution that can help them. They will rather than look for something like I've taught the guys, an emergency exit. Emergency exit is your 24-hour window to close that trade if it closes above us or below a certain major area. But that will require some sacrifice. Are we together? But it is very accurate to use. Is everybody with me there? Is everybody with me? I'm seeing some smiles there. Who's smiling? Who's where? Okay, Mr. W, you've no reg gehoor. Henny, can you see this? Can you see this, Palesa? All right, so Siyabonga, you determine the emergency exit at this specific moment. Can you see these areas here? It depends on the dip. So let's say we were longing here, we were buying. Let's say we were buying. Let's say we were buying, all right? Now, can you see this dip here, Siyabonga? Can you see this dip? Now, let's just say we bought over here. Let me do this. Let's just say we bought over here. There. All right. Now, can you see this dip here? When you are longing, when you are buying, you want to find the smallest high in the dip. Hey, V, this like, you know? Oh, guys, are we together here? Henny, you want to find the shortest wick in the dip. Can you see that? Are we together there? If you're shorting, can you see the highs? Are you with me? You want to find the highest one there. So if price were to do this, I'm out. If the daily candle, I'm out. I'm not even playing. Does it make sense? But I will wake up at midnight. Does it make sense, everybody? Now, that might not work for everyone, but I would rather wake up at midnight, close my trade over there. I would close it than to wake up at 6 a.m. and then look what happens. Look at this. Do you see that? So I'll wake up, close the trade, because at 6 a.m. the next morning, this is the next daily candle. Let's just say, for whatever reason, this pound strengthens at 5 a.m. in the morning. Is everybody with me here, guys? What happens to your trade? Where you could have gotten out here, now your risk, now look where you are. Now, some guys might say, you know what, Ash, I'll just use a stop loss. Guys, remember, a stop loss is not guaranteed to any person. Are we together? With bid and ask, price can jump past. So please do not think that just because even a TP, not even a TP. Are we together? Those are management tools. It's how the market is set up. Are we together, everyone? So that's why you have to become so technical in how you approach it. Don't only have one tool. That's why I'm always saying to you guys, let's go a little bit further. Let's go a bit deeper, right, Henny? Just a little bit deeper. So you have more insight and understanding. So you don't get caught with your pens down. Does that make sense, everybody? That's an extreme example there, but it's valid. All right. Can we move on, guys? So for now, we leave it. All right. For now, it's still a short, we leave it. Let's go to GBP yen. Let's go and see GBP yen. I'm trying to see if there's anything else that someone said no. The 1 hour is advancing, yes, but you know, remember, EJ, you know by now, this for us is, you know, it's neither here nor there for us. All right. You're welcome, Sia. All right, for us, right, EJ, you know, neither here nor there for us. If it doesn't break above that area, we are still sane. Okay. GBPN. GBPN. Guys, it's a nice solid start here, I must say, for Monday. Let's see what's happening here. This is Kushon. Can we look at, so you want to look for, I'm looking at a retracement to sell later. A retracement to sell later. All right, let's first look at this, guys. This is the last one we will check out for this morning. Let's just see what Uncle Sean is saying it to sell later. Let's look at some history. All right, let's just look at a bit of history here to see. All right. All right, here we go. Just give it a bit of time just to move back, guys. It's let me use the weekly. Yep, there we go. There we go. All right. So you're looking for a sell later. Yeah. Oh, yes, Henny. Thank you. All right. So looking for a sell later. That's a bit of a challenge. It's gone above. But let's see if, where do you want to sell it to though? Because that's the thing. Where do you want to sell it to? Because if you want to sell it, no, Uncle Sean, give me an exchange rate. Give me an exchange rate. I need more detail. Give me an exchange rate there. Because 163, 167, 167, 163. All right, give me an exchange rate. And then I want to go to gold. Okay, whilst I'm waiting for that, let me go to gold in the meantime. I'm waiting for. No. Where do you want to sell it to? You want to sell it. It's at 167.75. Where do you want to sell it to? To 167 flat. Down to 153. Ooh, that's a bit to there. To this zone here, Uncle Sean. Yeah, that's a bit far. That's holding the trade. That's 1,400 pips. All right, so that's something that you hold, but I can even say this to you now. If you want to sell it to 153, here's my suggestion. Wait for it to break 163. All right. If you want to sell it to 153, wait for it to break 163. Because it's now currently in a rejection zone. This is a rejection zone. So you want it to break below that rejection zone. Then we're going to have another area where it has a support. Are we together? All right. So wait for 163. Would be great if you remember, because your trade is holding it now. This is not a trade that's going to happen overnight. So that's holding it. Okay. That's different. But I hear you. I'll keep it there in the meantime. And then obviously when you do come back on, just remind me. Let's just have a look at it again. Because you guys know I like to keep certain charts on there so we can track it. Okay. All right. This was beautiful, right? This is the last one, guys, for the morning. This is the last one for the morning. What's very key here, Henny, I know you love your gold. You love your gold, right? Look at this, sir. We are stuck in that sucker right now. Can you see that guy there? We're right there. That's now the daily. Let's quickly switch from a weekly perspective. Can you see how, from a weekly perspective, we in on this any uswhoop? We are the best way to say it. We are in the rubbish right now, right there. Now, because we inside, we're gonna look to do what? To trade somewhere around these areas here. Do you see the zone here? That's what we're looking for. All right. Now that's dependent on dollar weakness. If the dollar continues to weakness, we can look for the long, right? So if I go to a 12-hour, I can say to you, honestly speaking, look at that. Look at the power of that specific mark there. See that? We do not want to get involved if price doesn't break that one more time. Okay. Now we can take it to the top here, 1,700. That is 191 pips. But from a daily perspective, please note we will still be in there. Just like I mentioned. So this is the candle, the start of October. That's the resistance that we will be looking for. 1,007. Where's Jethro? There's your flat number there, my friend. There we go. 1,700. I can't forget. Just leave the 0.10. We're just dealing with the one in front. All right. So, Mr. H, right there, 1680. 1680.57. We break above there with the shorter time frame. All right. Maybe 4 hour, 3 hour. One more time. We just need to break there one more time. Then we look at a possible short-term trade. Okay. And we can even break it in half. And we can take 2 trades here. Hold on. What am I not seeing here? All right. So this will be 2 trades. Ash, what have you done here? I have marked my territory, just like a lion would do in the wild, just like a dog. I've marked this is the territory that I'm looking to trade. Is everybody with me? Is everybody with me? All right. So that 1691st, 1691st, that's the first trade. Now that first trade, for the guys that are more aggressive, there's a trade right there. We get another hour frame that closes above 1680. We long it up. Write this down. That's 96 pips. We get an hour that's closing above 1680. Are we together? There's an aggressive trade there, right there, to 1690. That's 50%. Is everybody with me there? Obviously, ultimately, 1,700 would be the destination. All right. Not a problem, EJ. I'll do that for you. All right. Guys, for the rest of the guys that need to shoot off 100%, I'll check you at 4 p.m. And for the guys that are still on here, I'm going to quickly just go through that AUD USD, check it out one more time. But for the rest of the guys that need to shoot off, I'll see you at 4 p.m. All right. You're welcome, Annie. Great start there, guys. Great start. Great start. AUD USD. Ooh. It's now fine. But you see, the only problem is here. Then we would have missed this one, right, EJ? If this candle closed above, it would have been great. This thing can be right there and then come back down. You see, and look at this candle. You know what the problem? It's a solid support. Many times when a candle does this, all right, there's no movement down. It pushes up, 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 and then the wick starts leaving and then it comes down. Are we together? And then it starts coming down. So just be careful if you're going to long it right now. 52 pips there. All right. GBP CAD. Look on the hour. On the hour, it looks it looks intimidating. I'll be honest with you, Mr. H. For me, you know, when I see this, I actually just smile. Because price is just showing me that there's movement in the market and I like it. If I don't see anything, that's when I start to think, what could happen? Are we together? That's the thing. When I see the price moving, that's great. All right. Are we together? And then, guys, also Clinton, thanks there for that. We will start at 4 p.m. but we are going to change our classes possibly. Now remember, it's daylight savings has kicked in. The markets open an hour later in the US. Are we together? So it will be opening up, or the market will be opening up at 4:30, not 3:30. So please just be patient with us for today. We'll have a little bit more time. We're still going to be active at 4 p.m. But possibly then tomorrow it might change. All right, but notifications will go out. You will be informed. If not, just remember I'm with you in the morning, so I'll still be able to tell you what is happening. I'll still be able to communicate. All right, is everybody with me? Everybody with me there? All right. GBP CAD, if it hit the stop loss, where was the stop loss? 1.54434. Yes, it hit the stop loss. So now you have to ask yourself, all right, so it hit the stop loss. Ash pointed out 1.54976. Are we together? And I said to you, this area, if this gets violated, we pull out for now. We're still thinking short. It might have hit the stop loss, yes, in a shorter space. Yes, of course, it's trading. Trading, it happens in trading. Are we together? Is everybody with me? Yeah, I hear you, but not necessarily. Because that there, if you need a new trade now, it's revenge trade. Yes, it can be considered that. Are we together? So remember, guys, this is trading. It happens. Euro JPY, we all were in a short there last week. Stop loss was hit. Does that make sense? It's trading. All right. In conclusion, Laik, you said something very, very important. You said we must keep an eye on Euro JPY to see where our mistake was. So if a price hits your stop loss, is it a good feeling? No. Let's be honest. Any? Clive, be honest. It's not. Mr. W. But at the end of the day, if you go back and you revisit and you look at it, then you can understand where and what you did. Does it make sense? Perhaps this was just too close in terms of the stop loss. It was too tight. Now, that's what happens when you are trading hourly frames. You're going to get tighter stops. And I've mentioned this countless times, isn't it so, guys? All right? So remember, this is part of it. It happens. We don't wish bad on any person in the market. It's just what happens. It's just what it is. All right. Look where it's rejecting right now. So now, Henny, check this out, Mr. W. It hit our stop loss, right? At the tip of that wick there. So how do we know this thing does not change all the way from there, coming all the way down? Jeff, did you not say that last week? You said it hits this and then it moves in the direction. Exactly. So do you see why I introduced the emergency exit? It's exactly for this kind of stuff where you give yourself that window now to wait. So if you have an emergency exit, all right, you won't even worry about what price is doing now because you know you got 24 hours. Does that make sense? You got 24 hours to make a decision. Isn't that what we tell some of the guys out there? Insurance company calls you. They say, hey, here's the benefits. Hey, give me 24 hours. Let me think. Same opportunity, 24 hours. Make a decision. All right. But other than that, man, as always, you guys are great people, man. Thanks so much for the good start, all the appreciation, the respect. You guys are great. And I say it again, it makes it easier with people like you. All right. 4 p.m. Don't forget the daylight savings that I mentioned to you guys. Don't forget it. You start 4:30. Hey, with the WLC, maybe later. All right. I'll see you guys at 4 p.m. Ciao, ciao. Ciao, ciao, guys.